Hello, everyone. It's William here from Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining me today. Susie's here. Hello, Susie. Suzanne says cinnamon is doing well, and we are so glad. I'm glad to see that. I just saw that as I was getting ready for this live. I've been off the internet all day, and so I am so glad. Barnaby sends his love. I'm so glad that she is doing okay. I don't know if you're still here or not. Suzanne said after signing in, I'm going off to dinner. So we're glad to hear that. Good energy for continued good things. That's a super scary thing when things like that happen to our fur babies. I don't know what all happened, but hopefully all is good. I just saw the post, like I said, just before this. I usually browse real quick through Facebook sometimes, and that popped up. So glad to see that. Hello, Mary Jane. Thank you for hanging out with us today. I hope you're doing well. Julie's over on Instagram. Lauren Markley over on Instagram. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you're still out there, please say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from. It has been a busy day today. I don't even know where to start. It is cold though. It is very cold. I will start with that. And what I probably also should have started with is cutting some papers. I hope, oh, I do. I have paper here. It's like, I hope I at least have paper to cut. It's cold here. I don't know how cold it is right now. Oh, that's why. It's 17 degrees. It's 17 degrees here in Ligonier right now. It's supposed to go down to 15 as the low overnight. Or maybe this is the lowest. Maybe last night was 15. But this is early, I feel like, to be. It's 7:30 at night and it's 17 degrees out. I was just out at the cottage. I was doing some more shipping and packing, and I had to clean out the pellet stove today because it was getting full. So I had to shut it down to clean it out. And I guess I didn't realize how late I was doing that. I didn't do it very late. It was still daylight out. And it got cold fast in the cottage. And even once it got up and going again and the temperature was starting to rise, I could tell that it was very much colder outside. It's also windy, which just, I don't know what the feel like is right now. My computer doesn't tell me that. Usually it's my phone that tells me that. But I know it's colder than that, or feels colder than that, because it is windy, it is cold. I could feel it in the cottage. Usually I can get the cottage to be pretty, comfortable. I was cold. So I had just left there. I was going to leave a little bit earlier because I was starting to get cold. I'm like, this is not, I didn't want to get trapped up at the cottage either, because there's talking about more snow, a few more inches, and it's already, the roads are not great. The cottage has snow piled up. Every time I dig a little path out, by the next day, it's completely covered again. And so I went and dug a lot out today and tried to make some mounds of snow around the path a little more to try and keep the snow from blowing in. We'll see if that works. But it was a cold day. It's been a cold day. I got to the post office, dropped off some packages. I continued packing more packages. I started off here at the house packing up some things, and I thought that was going to work out. I cleared some space and made some things, and then I was just like, it wasn't jiving with me today. Like, I just couldn't get into the zone. So I just gathered everything up and I took it to the cottage and I started working there. But that's been my day. Not very exciting, but very busy. I did not start learning my crochet or my embroidery last night. I thought maybe I would get to that, but I just needed to relax last night. I was talking about my throat was starting to get a little dried out. I'm better today. I feel better today. It feels better today. I'm still going to take it a little bit easy. We're not going to go crazy on the live today as far as too long. We're going to do a little chat. We're going to do a little random sale tonight, and we're going to cut it out a little bit earlier than usual tonight, I think, just because Well, I just had a moment of deja vu, which is wild. So yeah, we're going to cut it out a little bit earlier, but hopefully you'll like what I have tonight. I pulled out some random things. I've got strands of pearls. I've got loose gemstones. I've got strands of gemstones. I've got some of the Chinese ceramic again. I even have some more things here. If I decide I don't want to use what I brought and I do something else, who knows? There's some microfaceted stones maybe we'll get into. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get into that, but I have them here. I just want to let everyone know, probably tomorrow we will not have a live. I will probably be at my pottery class as long as the weather is okay. So tomorrow night, I think I will not have a live. I know normally Andrew starts the live. He's not here either, but normally he starts it and we don't get to the selling portion until I get home from my class anyway. So we could technically do one, but I don't think I'm going to try and cram everything in. I think we're just going to have a Wednesday off. Andrew and I have been talking about possibly doing Wednesdays off in the future anyway, here in 2025. So we'll see if we decide to do that ultimately or not. I just remembered I didn't plug in my phone and I've been using it all day. So maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't, but at least tomorrow we will not have the live. So we'll resume the lives on Thursday, and that's just how it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. You give everyone a little break, and I won't have to rush around with my pottery and feel like I need to rush to get back and all that. So that'll be good. Susie says, get better, Cinnamon. Yes, please, please. Hello, Norma. Hello, hello. Hello, Lennis. Thank you for joining us today. Dale says, good evening. Cleaning up a minute to get another outlet. A bit cold and my little heater won't share its outlet. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. I have to watch in here too. Because I can totally, we have the little heater here and it does plug into that one outlet over on the other side of the room. But sometimes if we have too much going over here, everything goes out and takes the computer down, takes everything down. So yeah, that's no good. That's no good. So I get it. Susie asks, are you bringing home any new pottery? I can't remember. It's been because it's been 2 weeks since I've been there. I don't actually remember what I did last time I was there. I think I did trimming, so I don't think I'm going to have anything new. I think I'm going to be doing some glazing this time. So I'll probably be glazing stuff, but I don't think that I have stuff already glazed that should be coming out. I could be wrong. I could have glazed everything and totally forgotten too. Totally possible. But I'm pretty sure I trimmed, which would mean it would be going into the bisque firing and be ready. I should have a lot of stuff, I think, going into a lot, 5 or 6 pieces probably going that I'll be able to glaze this week, I think. We'll see. And I don't know, I'm going to try and play around with some glazing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I think I'm going to try and have some fun with glazes. The last batch of things that I did, I mostly did single glazes, and people seem to like those, but I like to experiment with my glazes. Single glazes, you're pretty much assured that it's going to come out okay. Sometimes when you glaze up, when you layer up, it doesn't quite come out the same, but I'm going to try it, I think, anyway. I usually like to play around a little more. Anne is here. Hello, Anne. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, that's been my day. Andrew, I heard from Andrew very early this morning. He sent a text, but I was not awake yet. And sorry, I cut myself earlier and it's a little sore. It's not really a cut. I have dry skin and it's dried out. And I was working on the stove, the pellet stove, and cleaning it out. And I wear gloves, but even though you wear gloves, the ash really makes things dry. And I should have My hands look terrible. So sorry for the live, everyone. My hands look terrible. I should have moisturized before I got up here, but I didn't. Um, hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us today. So yeah, that was my day. It was a busy day, but not a busy day. It was one of those kind of days. I'm trying to create more structure in my days. Um, it's succeeding at some points and failing miserably at others, but I feel like I'm making some progress, which is good. And we'll see how it goes. Sometimes when Andrew's away, I find it easier to kind of create those things while I'm by myself. So when he's away on trips, if there are changes I like to make in my routine, I try to do it while he's away. Sometimes when you have the influence of other people around you that know you, it's harder to make those changes, I think. And so I'm trying to work on those things, but I've only got a week. So I'm gonna work fast. He's coming back Friday, I think. He was talking about traveling to visit some friends and stay with some friends down there. I heard from him. He sent me a text early this morning. I sent him a text back when I got up, or a little after, and then he sent me a text back saying it was cold down there, but the sun came out, and that's all I've heard from him. He fell asleep. He went back to his room last night and completely just passed out so fast, which is why I didn't hear from him last night. And so all I've heard from him is that he passed out last night, which is why I didn't hear from him, and it's sunny down there. So I don't know how or what, other than whatever everyone else sees. He's getting donuts and good pastries, it looks like. So I see that, but I'll probably talk with him tonight unless he's busy. He usually works late into the nights when he is at these places, because oftentimes they allow people to work in the studios, some of the places until like midnight. So he usually likes to maximize his time, and he's getting to hang out with people that he barely sees. He sees me all the time generally. So I try and give him the time to do that and don't take too much of his time away. But he should be coming back Friday. If not Friday, he'll probably maybe be traveling to spend a few days with some friends down there. And he'll be back a few days later. I don't quite know what his schedule is yet. I don't know if he knows what his schedule is yet. But yeah, it's the cats, I can tell, miss him. They're gathering around me a lot more already, but he should be back soon, and then he'll be going back down. He was thinking about spending another week down there with friends, but I don't know that all worked out. I don't think that all worked out. So he'll be back, and then he'll have to go back down in a week or two for ECU if he decides to go to ECU, and we can go to ECU. I was thinking about going with him, but I think that's I don't think it's just a weekend thing. Oh, it is just a weekend thing. So maybe I'll go with him. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what all that entails. So we'll see. But yeah, he'll be coming back Friday, and then he'll be having to leave like next Thursday or Friday to get down there again. So I don't know what's going to happen. But he's going to be the ECU is in Greenville, North Carolina, instead of Tennessee. So we'll see. And then when he comes back, he has a week. And then he has a residency at CMA, the Center for Metal Arts in Johnstown. So he'll be driving back and forth to Johnstown, I believe, I don't know if he has an apartment up there, if they give him that for the residency. I doubt he'd take it. He's probably just going to drive back and forth since it's so close. But he'll be there for a week doing some stuff. I think he's planning on making some tools while he's there. He'll have access to some of the forges and things. So I think he's going to plan on making some tools. So that's going to be fun for him. And it'll be something that I'll at least see him during. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us. Susan says, here it's day 2 of post-winter apocalypse. Probably won't get out until maybe Thursday at the earliest. The streets are still really bad here. Yeah, our roads around here, They're not too bad. The plows have come through quite a lot, but the roads are not bare. The roads are icy. They're slick. And most parking lots, like I was at Dollar General and yesterday I was at Walmart, most of the parking lots are tragic. Like, if we had the van, I don't think I could get in some of these parking lots, honestly. There's so much slush that even my all-wheel drive is like, if I hit the gas too much or turn too sharp, I'm like sliding around. So there's ice underneath everything, I think. So it is, I feel it. It's a little bit dangerous here, but I've been out and driving around. I'm used to driving in the winter. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I kind of got used to it. I know, like, it's always different, but I feel like if I take my time and give myself the time I need to go places, I'm okay. But there are times that I have not left because I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. And like our back alley here, they've tried to plow it a few times, but the snow keeps coming, and we're supposed to get more, another 3 to 6 inches, I think, but this is like over the next 2 days or something like that. So that's not too bad, unless it comes down all at once, then it's not great, or changes, right? Let's see, everyone's saying hi. Let me catch up on comments here. Susan says, this isn't a serious winter weather city. We don't get weather like this very often, so it's not budgeted for. That's the thing, right? At least here, they're supposed to have the budget for it. I think a lot of budgets have been cut lately for things like that because we have not been having the kind of weather that we normally get around here. So a lot of townships, I think, are not putting into their budget plows and or at least time or payments for people to plow or salt or whatever the de-icer is that they use. I know that happened when we were living in the apartment here. One winter it got bad, and the township, or I think it was the township, kind of depleted their stock of like salt or de-icer for the road, and they had to have an emergency meeting or something to approve budgets and move money around to buy more. So when they're not used to this, and it's been a few years since we've even gotten any snow like this, really, it's different. Vanessa's here in Dallas. We are expecting 2 to 6 inches of snow and ice. Texans don't handle that well, so I stay in. I can't imagine you get that very often at all, right? I cannot imagine what driving is like when you get snow there. I know what driving is like when we get snow here, and it's like the first snow of the year, and people forget how to drive in the winter. I can't imagine when people just generally never have to do that, and then they try and go out in the snow. Not good times. Not good times. And Susan says, that's wise. Vanessa, snow is one thing, but ice is another thing altogether. Yes, ice is not great. Ice is not great at all. Amanda says, I'd rather snow over ice any day. Any day. I will shovel snow, no problem. I don't even think I get out. I don't think I shoveled today, and I should have. I shoveled the back a little bit, but I think I didn't go up in the front. Yeah, that's not great, but I'll have to do it tomorrow. But yeah, shoveling snow over dealing with any kind of ice, so much better. Vanessa's, I just don't like worrying about frozen pipes here. Yeah, keep those pipes dripping, right? Keep the faucets dripping. We try to make sure that, like in our bathroom, we close up our bathroom here upstairs, and we put an oil heater, one of the radiator oil heaters in there to try and keep the pipes warm. And any of our pipes, we try and keep those areas warm. If it gets really bitter cold, then we often let them drip a little bit, and not just a little, because that'll create ice. Sometimes you gotta let them drip pretty good, and that helps. And it says, amazingly, there isn't much precipitation here right now. Right now, we don't have anything really happening. We don't have anything really happening, but we are waiting for it. It's coming, I guess. I guess it's coming. Donna is here. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining. So I was watching my local weather. I know, right? I know. Anna's heading over to YouTube to watch. Thank you so much. Donna says right now it's a toss-up of rain or snow. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming through the system. One of my older friends from high school, I barely have talked to him in years, actually, but we're still friends on Facebook and Instagram and all that. He's a meteorologist. He has loved meteorology since I knew him back then, and he went to school for it. He now teaches it at college level. And he put up a YouTube video, and I started watching it, but I didn't have time to watch all of it, about what's happening and how there's snow coming to some of the southern states that have not gotten snow in quite a long time. So yeah, it's interesting times out there. Interesting times out there right now. A lot of stuff coming across the country. And it says, hello, I love snow. Ice is terrible. Truth. Let's see. Oops. Comments just jumped. Oh, Lena says, I was going to go to ECU, but I was worried when Poopy hurt his back. He's better now. Oh, that's nice. Because the last thing I heard is that he hurt his back. You had mentioned that. And then Andrew said that you had said that you weren't going there because of that, because you're still taking care of him. So I don't know if that's changed or not. What the plan is. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Yeah, glad to hear that Poopy is better. Hopefully he continues to get better. That's hard. I was having, I know this is not the same, but I was having back spasms a few weeks ago, and every morning when I'd get up, I literally could not, like I'd wake up in the middle of the night and my back would spasm so much that I could not breathe. Like it would force me to lose my breath until it relaxed, and then it would spasm again over and over and over again. And because I'm on blood thinners, I can't take ibuprofen, which is it's a muscle relaxer. So my back was spasming like crazy, and I still don't know why. It's still happening here and there. I don't know if it's our mattress, if it has something to do with that, if it's just tension, I have no idea. I was going to try sleeping in the spare bedroom to see if that took it away, but it seems like it's eased up at least enough that I'm not having major spasms. Back stuff is not fun. Back stuff is definitely not fun. Vanessa, I saw someone new pop up and then poof, they are gone. Yeah, I got rid of them. They were spreading spam, and it was a spammer, so I got rid of them. At least if that's the one. Amanda said the snow today was beautiful, big fluffy flakes, more tomorrow, but not a lot. That's nice. We had medium-sized flakes today when I looked out the window. Although when I'm at the cottage, I can't really see out the windows because we have them all all plasticed up to keep the wind out as much as we can. But when I looked out the door and when I walked in, there was some medium-sized flakes out there. Let's see here. Anna said ice is pretty, but don't want to go anywhere in it. Yeah, the ice, when it ices over the trees and it creates that, that kind of outside structure over everything, I think it's so pretty. But you don't want to be driving in that. It's so pretty though when you are driving. If the roads are clear and it iced on the trees and things, but the roads are okay, it's beautiful to drive through the mountains here when you see all that that kind of crystallized world. But it's such a fun thing. It doesn't happen very often, but it's pretty when it does. Amanda says, it was so cold yesterday, instant face freeze as soon as you walk out. Today it's better. It's pretty face freezing today out there, I would say, here. Although you're probably colder up there for sure. But like I said, it's 17 or 18 degrees here right now. And I don't know what the wind chill is, but it's cold. Lennis is stubborn. He insists on digging the car out of the snow. So he's not as good as he was. Yeah. I mean, I get that in a way. I'm a little bit like that. In case there's an emergency, you want things to be dug out and ready to go. But probably, it's probably not the best thing to be doing. Sometimes you feel better than you, or you think you feel better than you do, right? Hello, Susie. Hope everything is going well there for you. Hopefully the apartment is coming together more and more and more. Let's see here. Sorry if I'm missing anything. The comments keep jumping more than usual. Susan says, thanks for getting rid of the spam wording. Yeah, thank you. If you ever see anyone like that, you can report them. It doesn't really tell me here, but it helps to report them. But sometimes they don't come up because I don't scroll through the comments, or sometimes the comments jump and I miss them. So if you ever see spammers, leave comments that they are, and I'll try and find them too. Usually I see them pretty quickly. And it says, yeah, I swipe them away. We are a happy group and don't need negativity. No, we do not. No negativity here, right? Susan, I'm sure people will laugh, but it's 42 degrees here and we are not used to it. It's cold. I bet 42 down there in Florida is cold. I bet that's very cold. Yeah. Some places are not built for that, right? We were in Tucson one year. I'll never forget it. They are not used to freezing temperatures like that, and it got cold. And pipelines, they're not buried deep enough for a lot of that. So a lot of the city pipelines broke, fountains froze. It was so strange. There was a lot of things that were happening because they're just not built infrastructure-wise for things like that. And living up here, I don't think about that because everything around here is built for winter generally. But when I was down there, it hit me how much some places they don't account for freezing temperatures, which is, that must be kind of nice in some ways because you don't have to think about it generally. But the heat is the other thing. I'm not built for the heat. As my grandmother always said, you can always put more on. There's only so much you can take off. Anne is asking, what's on deck for tonight's show? Oh, you missed that, did you? Random stuff. So I've got some pearl strands. I've got some gemstone strands. I've got some loose gemstones. I've got some more of the Chinese ceramic, the vintage Chinese ceramic beads. I threw some other things here and there in. I have some maybe microfaceted stuff, but I don't know if we'll get to that. I think I'm only going to do 30 lots, 30 or 40 lots tonight, so we'll see what I get to. I got a big bag of stuff. Sorry. Suddenly I'm choking. One moment, please. See if that helps. As you can tell, my throat is not quite as good as I thought it might be. It felt better today, but I don't have the voice power. So 30 to 40 lots is probably all it's going to be tonight. But I got some fun stuff. Hopefully you'll like it. Yeah, that's going to be it. 42 degrees is still pretty darn chilly, Susie, says Susan. Yes, it is. And says, Susie, I get it. It's all relative. My aunt and uncle came once in June from California. They didn't want to go anywhere outdoors because it felt cold to them in a way it didn't to us. Yeah, when we visited Andrew's mom down in Orlando, when we would visit his family down there, it was like in the 60s for Christmas around there, usually somewhere in there. And they're rolling up in their sweaters and, multiple layers and turning the heat on in the house, and we're like in shorts and t-shirts and roasting already. But yeah, for them that was hot, that was cold. 60 degrees was cold. I can't imagine what 42 is for someone down there. So yeah. Susie says the apartment is supposed to be done tomorrow with the walkthrough on Thursday. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Kind of came close to your birthday, right? Close. Didn't quite happen on it, but that's great. It's gonna feel so good, I think, right, for you to be home and be able to just live in your home. There's nothing like stuff going on, right? Vanessa says it was 20 last night, high of 34 today. Yeah, we had, what was our high today? I think our high was around there too. Our high was 25 today. That was our high. And our low is 15. 25 and 15. You are probably freezing though. We're kind of used to this. I don't know if you can really get you. I mean, I know you get used to it. Some people live like this quite often. But we get pretty used to it as the winter goes on, but it's cold. It's cold. Everyone's saying that's awesome, Susie. And it's the same, William. I also share your grandmother's feeling about the ability to put clothes on, right? You can always put more on. You can always, and I know like that only does work to a point maybe, but I'm trying to love summer. We have not had super hot summers, I'd say here. Or maybe I am just adapting better or putting my mindset better, because I used to hate summer, and I've told myself I'm not allowed to hate summer anymore. I'm gonna like summer. And ever since I started thinking like that, we've not had crazy hot summers, or at least I've not felt like that. I think it helps that I do try to go running also in the summers, so that I just get used to the heat and it's a little bit easier. But I'm not, I guess we haven't had them very humid lately. Our summers have been, I feel like, a little bit drier than they used to be. So that helps. The dry heat is a little bit better than the humid heat. Amanda says, darn, I have to go. I'm glad I got to say hi. Yeah, we don't get to see you very often, Amanda, but thank you for hanging out with us as much as you can. Hopefully you have a good evening. And remember, we won't be here tomorrow, so we'll be back on Thursday. Susie says, I can hardly wait to put everything back together, hang art on the walls, make it home again, right? Nothing like being home. Donna says, if it does snow, I do have a nice pair of snow boots. See, there's a good thing. You get to use those snow boots, right? Try and look at the good parts. Try and look at the good things. Anne says, I think summers have been less hot and humid, and I've become colder. So I'm really starting to enjoy summer a lot. I think I am too. Like you said, they've been less hot and less humid, and I don't know if it's the blood thinners I'm on, because I don't know, but I feel like that I am. I get colder more often than I used to. So I don't know. When summers have been a little bit easier for me lately. Vicky said we're expecting a low. Hello, Vicky. Says we're expecting a low of 11 degrees tonight. That's low. That's even lower than us here. We're a low of 15 tonight, or 16. Oh, fire. Oh no, that's no good. The fire company alarm just is going off. So there's either an accident or a fire somewhere. Sue says, I do not love summer, especially when we reach the hell's back porch stage. Plus hot, humid equals yucky. Yeah. I don't like when they get hot and humid. Humidity is my worst enemy, I think. I don't like, but then again, I don't like to dry out either. Anne says, maybe show pictures in the group, Susie. You are making a home again. Yeah, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. All right, I need to cut some paper. So let me grab some paper here. And I should have been doing that while I was chit-chatting with y'all. I can still chit-chat and do this. So what else has been going on other than the weather? What's happening? Anybody have anything exciting to report? I had the same lasagna for lunch today that I've been eating for the last few days. I'm kind of getting tired of lasagna, but it has been nice not to have to think about what I'm going to eat. Sometimes I just don't want to bother, thinking about it and trying to create something every day. So for lunch and dinner, pretty much for the last, since Andrew's been gone, I've been having lasagna, sometimes for breakfast too. And I made a big lasagna. And so that's what I've been eating. So nothing exciting to report. I had a salad last night. I got some chips for tonight, though. Oh, I got some French onion dip. And I have to be very careful because what I didn't realize is that many French onion dips, and I don't eat it a lot, but I eat it often enough that it's kind of an issue. Many French onion dips have MSG in it now. And I'm not opposed to MSG. I actually like it generally. But for people with AFib, we're not supposed to eat it. So I have to be very particular on the brand of French onion dip. And some places don't have any that I can eat. I was at Walmart, and all of the good brands that I used to get, like the local Gallagher's, I forget what the other one's called. The ones I used to really like all have MSG in it. And so the only one that doesn't is the actual Walmart brand. Great something. What do they call their brand? I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't have MSG. And then I went to the local store here, Giant Eagle, and everything they carry has MSG, except I finally found one, Daisy brand, and it's like all natural and supposed to be better. So I got that. So I got some chips now to go with that, and I'm excited for that tonight. So that's my excitement, is going to be sorting some lots out and pre-packing some stuff tonight while I've been watching The Manny. So it's I don't know if it's Spanish or South American show, but it's dubbed in English. And I'm on season 2. I rewatched season 1 because I couldn't remember what all happened. And I'm now starting season 2 of watching The Manny. And it's cute. And so I'm going to do that while I pre-pack and eat my lasagna and my chips. That's going to be it. Lennis is saying, I'm wearing my day 7 earrings, and junior high Lennis is so happy about it. Nice. Yeah, so I'll take that cue from Lennis. For Bead in the New Year, if you're doing Bead in the New Year today, today's prompt was about making your inner younger child happy. I forget what the actual, what is the actual verbiage of the prompt. Get in touch with your inner child. Make something that would have made your younger self happy. So I'm glad your younger self is happy, Lennis. I think if we make our younger selves happy, we often make ourselves happy too. I think that's how it works, right? These days, anyway. I feel like that's how it works for me. Get in touch with your inner child, make them happy, and you're a happier person too. Donna says, I got to finish my knotted bracelet I was working on last night. I had black-eyed peas, turnip greens, and cornbread for dinner. Nice. Oh, Great Value. Yes, that's the brand. Great Value. Thank you, Mary Jane and Donna. So when I was at the store, I bought more sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut, and I don't know, it's a crime that the only times I generally eat sauerkraut are like on New Year's. So New Year's got me in the kick for it. So I bought myself some sauerkraut, and I meant to go pick up some sausages, some fake sausages, meat-free ones to cook with them, and I forgot the sausages. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to eat the sauerkraut by itself, because that could happen. But I think I want to pair them with something else, or pair it with something else. But yeah, it got me in the mood for that. And it says, now I want chips, right? Yes. Anne says, I had to go see them, Lennis. Great. Yeah, I can't wait to see. I've not been on Facebook much of all day at all. Not one bit. So I think I jumped on at one point to check to see if Andrew updated anybody on what he's been up to, but that's about all. Anna says, yep, heal your inner child, right? It's true. Anne says, I think sauerkraut is good on veggie burgers. I would agree. I've never actually done that, but I would agree that I would like that 100%. Reubens are my favorite sandwiches. Can't eat them anymore, but I have had some kind of good veggie Reubens. It's not quite the same, but there are some that come very close. There's one down in Ohio Pile. There's a restaurant down there, and they made a veggie Reuben, and I don't know what they used. But the texture was very good, and it was very close to tasting like a Reuben. And then the next time we went down there, I was so ready for it. I was like amped up to eat there, and the restaurant had closed early, so I didn't get to eat it again. And we don't get down there very often, so maybe someday. Lena says, Donna posted 2, but the pics don't show up in the feed until someone actually comments on it. I hope people actually go and look. Yeah, I hope so. People go look at this stuff. Put it in the album. There's an album for Beat in the New Year. Put your stuff in there that you're making, and then comment on everybody's. Look through the album and comment on people's things. It really helps. And people feel good. It makes people feel good, right? I feel good when I get comments on my things and people are nice. So spread the feel good around. I need to go through and comment. I'm terrible at commenting on things when I'm just on my phone. I will love things. I will share things from my phone if I'm just hitting share and not writing anything more. But I'm not a phone typer. I kind of hate typing on my phone. I don't like writing anything of any type of length. If I have to reply to an email on my phone, usually I flag it and try and wait till I come where I can use an actual keyboard, whether that's my iPad or the desktop. I hate writing on my phone. Andrew is completely the opposite. Andrew does every single thing he does is on his phone. When he writes those very long posts, they are on his phone. Andrew doesn't actually have a desktop computer. He has access to all the ones we have, like the one for the store. I have one at the cottage. We have this one up here. But he does not use them for anything other than like Zoom meetings. He uses his phone for everything. Now he has one of the bigger phones. I have the smaller phone, but maybe that makes a difference. But I can't do this. I'm fast at it, but it drives me batty. So I try not to do too much looking of people's things because I feel bad if I just do a like and I don't actually say something. So I usually wait until I'm sitting down in the evening with my iPad, which has not been charged, which is also a problem. Got to charge it and then I can use it. So yeah, that's one of those things. And so sometimes I don't see a lot throughout the day until I sit down in the evenings, and then I try to go through if I'm not too tired. Donna says, Lennis, for some reason when I like or comment on your posts in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenge group, it won't let me do either one. Not sure why. I don't know why either. That's very weird. The group is open to the public. So anybody should be able to comment on anybody's thing in that group, even people who aren't in the group. Norma says, weird, Lennis, Facebook won't let me like or comment on your post about your earrings. Wonder why. Let me see if I can. Let me see if there's something wrong in the group, or something that's holding it up in the group for some reason. No, don't see anything there. Nice. Those are beautiful earrings. I finally just got to see them. And it's letting me comment, but I'm also an admin in the group, so it ought to. But the group, yeah, is a public group. It's open to the public. Everybody should be able to comment. That's weird if you can't. Anne says, no, I can't really function on my phone. I've been using Venmo lately, though. Feels so high tech. Yeah. I pay with my phone for like everything. I use Apple Pay as much as possible, to the point that when I go somewhere that doesn't accept it, like Walmart, sometimes I get all the way there and then I have a little mini panic attack that I didn't bring any other form of payment. And a lot of times I bring this little wallet attached to my phone, and most of the time my bank card is in there, but it's like the only form of payment. And I always get freaked out that it might not go through, or like, because my chip is getting bad, or I think it's getting bad. Sometimes when I put it in the machine, it makes me take it out and try it like 3 times. And so I always get this mini panic attack when I get there, and I'm like, I don't have any way to pay other than this. And then I get to the register and I have that mini panic attack meltdown anxiety thing, where I ring up everything and then I'm just waiting for it to not work, so that I have to like tell the people, I'm sorry, I can't check out. So yeah, I do like Apple Pay though. It's so nice. It's so nice. I have most of my cards in there, and I can pay with my watch or my phone. Although I have not been wearing my watch very often. I should be wearing it for my heart, because it tells you if you go into AFib, and it can track that. But I have found that my anxiety is a little bit less when I don't have all the notifications going like crazy on my watch. I did a kind of decision. I made a decision with myself that I was not going to wear it for a while, because the notifications, even when they're benign, even when it's just, I would start freaking out when I'd feel the notification come up and be like, oh, what's happening now? I got into that mindset. So I stopped wearing it for a while. So I've just been relying on my phone. I should wear my watch though, because it's good if I'm in an auto accident or if something happens. I can still make a call even if my phone like flies across the car. It's good that way. But I get it. It feels, sometimes the high tech is good stuff. Sometimes the high tech is good stuff. Anne says, I was allowed to comment. Yeah, I saw Anne's comment. Lena says, if you post in the album, the picture just stays there until it gets a comment. That's why I put a period in the comments, so it shows up in the actual feed. Yeah, it used to be that it would, if somebody added to the album, it would post on the timeline that so-and-so is added to the album. But I don't think it's been doing that. And I don't know why. It used to be as soon as somebody would add to the album, it would say, hey, this person added to the album. It said it for Lennis, but it hasn't said that in quite some time. So it's so bizarre. But that's Facebook for you, right? Nora says, well, anyway, the earrings are beautiful, and 1928 jewelry is my favorite too. Nice. Linda says, thanks all. You are all too nice. Anna had the same issue today. Anna asks, is your audience set differently, Lennis? She shouldn't be able to set the audience differently in a public group. If you're posting to a public group, it's supposed to be public. If she's posting on her own timeline, it can be different. Anne says, I told Fitbit no notifications. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might do that. I have my Apple Watch set to mirror my phone notifications, and I cut those way back. During that same time, I cut out most every notification other than if something could be kind of major. So it probably wouldn't be so bad, but I have so many apps. We have so many apps these days, right? There's so many things, and you can change things. So like iPhones, you can set up times. So you can have your work time, you can have your private time, you can have your sleep time, you can have your do not disturb time. And for every single one of those times, you can set up a new kind of screen, a new background. So like when my phone goes into sleep mode, I only have access to a few things very easily. The rest I'd have to go and search the apps for, the whole list of apps for things. So I have like my settings, I have the web browser, I have photos, I have a camera, I have um, the home app to turn on my lights and stuff. But I very restrict what I can do after a certain hour so that I'm less tempted to do things. And so I have all these things set up. And then every time I want to change something, I have to change all of them. And it's just so, I feel like I never get the right system. I feel like I should really just have it one time and just that be it. And then then it would work out better. But if I do, I'd have to change the mirroring and change each individual app for my watch. But it probably would be better to do that. Hannah's Meta's up to no good again. I know, right? Suzanne's back. Hello, Suzanne. How is Cinnamon? Hopefully the report is good. Still doing okay. Jermaine says, I was able to comment on Linus's post. That's good. Maybe it's certain people are just having issues with it. Susie says, I've never been able to pay at Walmart with my check card. It's really frustrating, and I don't go to Walmart unless I have cash. Yeah. I don't know why. And there are some places like that do take Apple Pay. Sometimes our business card works, and sometimes it automatically declines. We never have lots of money in there, but we could have money in there. And some places it will always decline. I'll try it every once in a while just to see if it's going to work again, but it will decline. And then I'll use my bank card, which is the same bank, it's just not a business card, and it will go right through. It's so weird how it happens. And that's all over Apple Pay. And if I use my bank card, if I use the company card, instead of Apple Pay, it goes through, no problem. So some places just don't like some things for some reason. Suzanne had corn chowder and cornbread for dinner. Cornbread is a theme tonight for dinner, it sounds like. Let's see. Anna says, yes, I tried on this post, Lennis too. I can't like or comment. Very strange. Very strange. Jermaine says, that's way too complicated for my simple life. What part, the phone stuff or something else? Yeah, I need to simplify my life. I had my phone set up and I was trying to simplify it by making it complicated, I guess. I was trying to actually be good, and because we always work because we're self-employed, and I'm sure some of you understand this, when you can work at any hour. And I have a habit, we both have habits of working at any hour. And I was trying to set up time periods where I'd be less prone to like accidentally going into a work app. But I think it just doesn't work. I just get more frustrated when I need to be in a work app. Something comes up and then I can't get to it. I need to just, I think, get rid of all of that and have one setting and hardly any notifications. And it says, I can't post any of the photos. They're all lovely. Anybody's, not just Lennis's. There must be something going on with your Facebook. Suzanne says, Cinnamon is okay. Loving up to Ray as he did not bring her to the vet. She's acting normally. So glad. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sometimes, they get into something or you never know. It's hard. Hello, Michelle. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Let's get to the show because I've already talked for an hour. I thought I was I was going to try and cap it at like 25, 30 minutes for the talk time. You know how that works most of the time. Not very well. So we're going to, let me see here. I need to see. Nope, I know I've done those lots before, I think. Yep, did those. Let's see here. Have I ever done this? I think I want to, oh yes, I have. I want to do something different. I'm trying to find letters for the lots that I haven't used anytime recently, so that I don't have WX. Looks like WX we've not used, and I want them to be different from last night. WX1, I'm going to write that down. And I need to find a Sharpie that writes. I bought all these new Sharpies, and did I bring any of them up here with me today? Ooh, that one looks like a good one. No, I did not bring any of them up here with me today. Anna says, so far it's just Ann, Donna, and Lennis that I can't comment or like. A post of Ann's from December I could comment on. So odd. That is odd, especially when they're in the group. The group should be open to everybody. I don't know. I don't know. I have noticed there are certain people, and I don't know why, there are certain people I cannot share their posts to our stories. So if you ever see us sharing a bunch of other people's stuff to our stories, and you're like, but why will they never share mine to their stories? That's probably why, because we can't. And I don't know what it is. And it does change. Sometimes I can share those people's posts to our stories from within the group, and sometimes I cannot. And so I don't know what it is. It might be privacy settings on their end. Maybe once it comes out of the group, even though the group's public, it shouldn't matter, but sometimes it doesn't let me do that. Donna says, yeah, it's crazy that I can't comment on but a few posts that are from the album. That's just so weird. I've never had this problem before. And says, if people can't comment on mine, I will just assume everybody loves them, right? That's the way to do it. Suzanne says, my Facebook is set to very restricted. Maybe that's why. Sometimes I think I can share yours, but sometimes I can't, because I think I've shared yours to our stories before. So I don't know. It might be, even though, I mean, anybody could look at our group and see the same thing that I'm trying to share to the stories. But sometimes it doesn't let me. If we don't share things, and use, like I said, oftentimes I'll go through every once in a while and do a bunch of shares of people's stuff, especially for Beat in the New Year, which I do have to do that because I haven't done it. I did it when we first started Beat in the New Year this year, but the last few days have been a whirlwind. So if you see me sharing a bunch of them and yours never gets shared, that's why, because I can't. I would love to, but I can't always. All right, let me flip this camera around and let's get this show on the road. Are you all excited for random stuff tonight? Hopefully. Whoops, wrong button. How do I turn the camera around? Sometimes you ever just have like a total glitch in your brain? I turn this camera around every single day. Some days I honestly just blank on how to do it. It's very strange. Okay. Oops. Let's go over there. I don't know what that is. I'll leave that where it is. Okay. Mary Jane says yes. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so some of the things tonight are going to be limited quantities. We're only going to have one of. Some of these things tonight we might have 20 of, 30 of. You know the deal. If you're new here, let me go over it real quick for you. We will give you a paper. This paper will have a lot number on it. These are going to be WX lots tonight. And so you'll take down that lot number that you want to purchase, put that in an email to info@allegorygallery.com. Let me also put my banner across the bottom of the screen and hit send. It's first come, first serve. So we do recommend sending an email for every single thing you would like if you want to do that. Otherwise, you can wait until the end to send one big email, but you will miss out on more that way. And there will be a price here. I'm going to put a price once I get the first item out. And if there's a number down here, that's the number available at that price. Most lots are one thing. Sometimes we do pairs or things like that, and I'll try and write that on there if that's the change. And it says, I was on vacation for 10 days at work and forgot my phone. NBR. What's NBR? No, big, no. Can't think of what that is. But yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Oh, forgot my phone number. Oh, yeah. 10 days vacation at work and forgot my phone number. I've done that. You know, this is let me get my lights out here too. This is going to be the first lot tonight. This beautiful strand of pearls. When I was in New York, I also, I will admit, I drank more when I was in New York. But we would often go, I'd get cash out of the ATM. And at one point, I changed my debit card, and they assigned a PIN, and I never changed it. You had to go into the bank to change your PIN or something like that. You couldn't just call and change it. Or maybe you could, and I just didn't know. But they assigned a PIN, and I memorized that PIN. But every single time I went to the ATM, I momentarily forgot that PIN. And sometimes, depending on my state that evening, sometimes I know I completely forgot my PIN. And I would know that I did not want to go to an ATM that sucked in the card. I would just go to like the bodega, the ones that you just zip the card in and out, because I was always afraid of forgetting that PIN and having it steal my card and having to go retrieve my card later. Sometimes they do that if you mess up too many times. But there was one time, it was always like that. And it was the same thing. Let's see, these used to be 28. I'm going to take them down to 24. 24, one strand available. I did the same thing in high school with my gym locker. I had a lock on the gym locker. And, I never stored much in there. It wasn't like I kept a ton of stuff in there or really had to worry about people stealing stuff. But I always forgot my gym lockers combo, or I always feared that I would. And then when I would just like go from like, I don't want to say muscle memory, it's not quite the same, but kind of, because you're turning the lock, and I would just kind of let my hands do it, and I would and it would work. I was always so thankful I could change out of my gym clothes. Anna says, I bought those. They are gorgeous. Need different colors. I wish we had these in different colors. We've only got one of these left, and it's in this color. They are beautiful. And these are vintage freshwater pearls. They're about 21.7 millimeters by approximately 6.5. And it is a full strand, 16-inch strand of those. They are stunning. Anna says, buy them. Tell them, Anna. Tell them to buy them. They are beautiful. They really are. They're like purpley and red, and they've got almost like these little toasted edges on them. Like, it looks like they're like little toasted. They're darker on some of these edges. They're really beautiful. Lena says, I need half of them. Well, if you find someone else that wants half, you can split them with them. Someone just bought them all, though. Someone just bought them all. So thank you so much. All right. That's a really nice strand. Only got the one left, so I'm doing a good price on it. And let's see here. Oh. I guess we're starting out with some pearls today. I pulled another bag. I'm just pulling at random out of my bag that I packed. And pearls are coming out. WX2. Let's see. We had these at 24. I can't go much less on these. These are beautiful. Let's go to 22. I'll try and give you a little bit of a deal on these. But I can't go much lower on these. These are really a pretty color. These are a silvery, beautiful top drilled pearl. I don't know if you can see. Sometimes I feel like these lights are not great for everything, but they're very silvery. They have almost like a pink blush to them. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. But they are, if you like top drilled pearls, these are, it's a very nice little strand. And let's see here. Whoops, if I can get this in here. These are about 7.5 millimeters by 4.5 millimeters. Oh no, Michelle. There's always something going on with you over there, Michelle, isn't there? It says we are on high alert for fires again. Pacific Palisades is on fire right now. 1,200 acres burning so far. That's terrible. That's very, Anna says that's scary. It's very scary, right? How close is all that to you? It's so weird to think because there's so much precipitation across the country. It's so scary and so wild to think that it's dry enough somewhere. So these are WX2, one strand available. Let me see, WX3, what do I got next? Oh, that's not pearls. Ooh, I brought that down far. Okay, so these were $36 a strand. Bring them down to 28. Got one strand left for you. And this is beautiful Amazonite. Beautiful Amazonite, vintage Amazonite, faceted ovals. Really good color. Not a lot of the browns in there. So it's mostly the Amazonite blue. And these are 10.5 by 14.5 approximately. Faceted. And this is a vintage strand. And it is 16 inches. 16-inch strand. WX3. Oh, sorry everyone. I'm very thirsty. Just have to take a drink. All right, WX4. Let's see what comes out of the bag next. Ooh, these are nice. I was just talking about these. I think my aunt had bought some of these, and the kids were up, and they were looking at these. Oops. Let's see. We had these. These were 22. Let's drop them down to, oh, let's give you a really good deal. $16. $16 on these. These are labradorite leaves, hand carved labradorite leaves. Some of these have some pretty good flash. If they hit, they have some nice flash if you can hit the light right. I can't always hit the light right here. But these are beautiful hand carved labradorite leaves. Beautiful gray color. So it says, how pretty, right? Love these. There's a flash on the edge of that one. And this strand is, this is a shorter strand. This is about a 13-inch strand. I think you can see them flashing better down here, sitting down here, than when I hold them up. There's a lot. Like, there's flash there, there's flash there, flash over here. A lot of them have a lot of pretty flash to them. These are approximately about 11 millimeters by 10.5 or so. Let's see. And that's WX4. One strand available, and that strand has sold. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get this here. WX5 coming up. WX5. Okay, now I have multiples of these. Let me count how many I got. These are some pearls. Pretty pearls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strands. These are nice kind of golden pearl. Let me throw them up here so you can see them. There they are. And these were 16 a strand, which is, I think, a really good price. We're going to do them for 14 a strand, just for y'all tonight. And these are these kind of golden peachy pearls. Vintage freshwater. They got some really pretty bronzy color on there. And it's not a complete uniform dye, which I like a lot. It looks like they were like kissed with bronze here and there. I think it's really cool. And it says they look apricot gold on my screen. Yeah, that's probably a good color to call them, because it's kind of what they are. They're a little bit more, I would say, well, almost bronzy than gold, but they are kind of gold. They end up with that kind of almost rose gold kind of, I don't know. They're between gold and bronze, bronzy color. This is a 16-inch strand, and they are super pretty. These pearls are approximately about 5.5 millimeters by 6.5. They would be pretty with rose gold. That is true. Whatever color they are, they would definitely be pretty with a rose gold. Let me see, because here is, here's a piece of gold. Well, this is our vintage, or our antique gold in our AG fine pewter. So it's definitely more a peachy apricot color than that. Sometimes it helps to see another color with it. So yeah, they look really good with. I think they look really good with copper. This is the antique copper finish, and I think they look really good with that. I like that a lot. So they go really great with copper things. I would say, in my opinion, you can have a different opinion if you want. It's okay. WX5. There are 6 of them available. They were $16. I'll do them for $14 each tonight for y'all. And if not, it's all right too. They'll go to the store. WX5. Yeah, this is, they would be pretty with Shibuichi too. Yeah, I don't have anything Shibuichi here right now, but they would be very pretty with Shibuichi, especially if that Shibuichi is more of that kind of beautiful red. WX6. Let's see what's in the bag next. Ooh. Oh. What can I do on these? Okay. Let me see something real quick. I need to check something. Sorry, everybody. I need to check something in the inventory. I need to make sure this is right. Oh, come on. I don't know why my keyboard refuses to work with me here. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to try and give you a really good deal on these. These are super pretty. There are 2 of these available. They are very different sizes. So if you do request one, you can tell me if you want the larger size or the smaller size. These are a moonstone. And I don't know if you can see the flash on those, that chatoyance. This is the larger strand. And these are large drops at around 26 millimeters by about 15. And then there's a smaller strand. And we just averaged out the price for both strands to make it easy. These are about 18.5 by 11. And these, I think, are fantastically priced for how nice they are. They are shining like crazy here. I hate that on camera it's so hard to catch, but they are there. They shine that way. These are beautiful, beautiful drops. And like I said, if you do request these, please let us know if you want the smaller size strand or the larger. They're both the same length. They're 8-inch strands, no 9-inch strands, but the beads, you can see the difference. There's a penny for reference. And we know some people like the larger ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 on the smaller one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 on the bigger one. It is Moonstone, Susie. It is Moonstone. It is beautiful quality. Really, this price should be way higher to begin with on these. This should be like an 80, 90, 100, maybe $120 strands. We got a good deal on it though. So do you, and you're getting an even better deal tonight if anyone grabs these tonight. Yeah, look at those. Beautiful strands, beautiful stones. WX6. WX6. Okay. Don't forget to like and share this broadcast, please. The more you comment, the more the social media places like it and will show us to others. And the more you like and share, the more they show us to others too, thinking other people might like us too. All right. This is another great deal. Opal. We just sold the larger WX6. Thank you so much. So the larger one has sold. The smaller one is still available. And then they send email or smaller. But they get first preference. So larger is sold. Smaller is still available. Next up, we have a strand of opal. This is already made into a necklace. You can wear it like this. We would highly recommend restringing them. They come to us like this. They are just crimped by using flattened crimp tubes. And if you know us, that's never how we recommend doing it. But this is a very light necklace and it will hold up for quite a while like that if you're careful. But we would definitely recommend restringing it. But this is some beautiful, slightly graduated opal. And it has beautiful color and fire in there. This is real opal. This is not opalite. This is real, the real deal. It's a lot more colorful in person than I can get it to come across on the camera. But we're going from $90 for the strand. That's what we normally sell these for in the store. Giving you a discount to $72 tonight. I've only got this one left. So giving you a good discount, maybe we can ship it out to somebody. We're not going to be in Tucson this year, but we're probably going to be talking to our vendors. So trying to, make up some money to be able to do that. And so giving you some good deals to try and move out some inventory and get some new stuff on the way, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Suzanne's is very nice. It is very nice strand. And this is sterling silver for the chain and for the toggle, the lobster claw. So, well, it just glows here. You can't see that because it just glows when it hits. Oh, so nice. All right, one of those available. I can look at that all day long. WX8 coming up. What do we got? What's going to come out of the bag next? Oh, I forgot I got this. This is going to come out of the bag next. That's going to be for me for later. WX7 just sold. Thank you so much. You're going to enjoy that strand. I know it. I know it. It's the last one of those we have left. They're beautiful. All right. This was 22 each. We're going to bring them down to 18 each. And I think there are 2 of them in here. 2 of them. These are dyed chalcedony. They call them kite shaped, kite faceted kites of dyed chalcedony. One strand has more color than the other. Some people like the natural chalcedony color more, so if you want one over the other, you can let us know. It's generally they're larger pieces, the ones that are more like this. These are smaller, but they are all slightly graduated anyway. But these are beautiful chalcedony, dyed chalcedony faceted kite shapes, and they're beautiful. They're only $18 a strand, and there are 2 strands available. These ones are mostly dyed on the end. These ones are less dyed in the center, almost not dyed at all, pretty much, and then dyed on the ends. So it just depends what you like. Some people really like that plain chalcedony, that kind of off-white, and it glows. You know, it has that, I'd always talk about the inner glow of chalcedony. It's got that inner glow. It's so nice. So WX8, there are 2 of them available. They are only $18 each. One moment while I take a drink. Mary Jane says, William, did I get the other one? You got the, yes, you did. You did. WX9. Ooh, I love these so much. Mary Jane says, thank you. Thank you, Mary Jane. We appreciate it. We appreciate it a lot. I hope you'll really enjoy that. Let's see, what should I price these at? I'm going to price these. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 10 of these. About 10 of them at $10 each. And these are these little lentil beads in brushed copper. Brushed copper lentil beads. And the strands, they are about just over 8 inches, about 8.5-inch strands of these beautiful brushed copper lentil beads. So pretty. I love brushed copper. They're about 8.5 millimeters, 8 to 8.5 millimeters. Thickness wise, they're about 3.5. And they are so pretty. I need my light to go like, I need the light to be about right here. That way you can actually see things. So we've got 10 of those available at $10 each only. $10 each. So pretty. I know, right? Such pretty stuff tonight. I was trying to pick some of my favorite things. The show is always more fun for me if I pick my favorite things, or some of my things that are my favorite at least. Okay, we have these at 22. I'm going to take it to 19. I can go right under 20. I can't go less than, I don't want to go less than that. These are pearls. Beautiful color on these pearls. It's almost, they remind me of popcorn kernels. I don't know if that sells it or not. Vintage freshwater pearls. If you ever wanted to wear popcorn kernels around your neck or on your wrist, there you go. That's pretty much the color. That's what they remind me of anyway. But they've got really beautiful shine to them. They're really nice. Good quality vintage freshwater pearls. WX10. $19 only. I can get it under that 20 price point, but I don't want to go lower than that. And to give you a size on these are approximately 7mm pearls. Jonathan's laughing at the popcorn kernels, right? That's what they look like, though. They totally do. None of that fancy popcorn either. None of that fancy corn. These are just regular popcorn kernels. But they do vary in color a little bit, and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I probably did not sell them that way, but hey, you know, I think it's super pretty. I've always thought popcorn was pretty. I don't know. I remember it wasn't until a little bit into my childhood that we actually had an air popper. So we could never make popcorn that much. And then when we finally got one, I was so excited about it. And then we used it like once. But I always thought the popcorn kernels were so pretty before they popped. You dump them in there and they go flying around in the heat chamber, and so pretty. Did any of y'all have a dedicated popcorn popper? Anna says that's a perfect description of the color, right? Okay, so we have these pearls next. These were 26. I can take these down to 22. I don't think I can go under the 20 mark. Donna says, oh, we did. That's nice. We had one, finally we got one. And like I said, we ended up just buying microwave popcorn so often that it really, I think we got our secondhand, or if somebody gave it to us in our family where they weren't using it. And we ended up using it like once. But that was it. Susan says, no, we use our microwave for popcorn. Yeah, we ended up just starting to buy the microwave popcorn, but I think my brother and I kind of begged our parents for a popcorn popper, and they found one. I don't know if, like I said, if it was a family member that had one or what, but they finally got us one, and we used it like once or twice, and that was it. That was it. Look at how pretty these are. They're an off-white. They look more yellow on my screen, but they're less yellow in person. But they are an off-white. They've got beautiful rings and beautiful colors. Like you can see there some of that pink and blue. Norma says, we had the old-fashioned metal popper with sliding lid that you shook on the stove burner. I always begged for Jiffy Pop and said, we have never had a Jiffy Pop. I've never used a Jiffy Pop thing. I don't need, do they still make Jiffy Pop? Yeah, I always wanted to try it, but my family, Jiffy Pop was more expensive. We didn't splurge on that. Jermaine says, we just used regular pot to pop popcorn in. I think my parents did that a few times. But we had for a while a dedicated, and blew hot air in the chamber, and the kernels went around until they heated up enough, and then they popped out. It's probably kind of the same idea of a air fryer, really. Anna says, I got an air popper in high school. The metal whirly pop I got rid of last year was the best popper ever. This is WX11, one strand available. Oh, I didn't measure them. I'm just sitting here looking at them. They're so pretty. About 7mm by 9. 7 by 9. Norma says, we were never allowed to try the Jiffy Pop either, hence my begging. I know, I begged for it too. And then my parents got us that, I think, and that was the end of that begging, because we knew, because they got us the air popper, there was no begging for the other one now. Okay. Susan says, no Jiffy Pop in my family. We wound up burning the popcorn. Yuck. Oh boy. Donna says, Norma, we did too. My mom also had one that you put oil in the bottom, but put popcorn in a hole in the top and covered up and let it pop. Let's see. These, the best I can do. We had these at 12. I can't go less than 12. That's a dang good price on these. There are 2 of them available. These are Blue Moonstone. Moonstone microfaceted rounds. And these are approximately 3 millimeters, 2.8. And length on these, I think these are 13s or 14s. These are 13-inch strands. Lena says, we have one now that is plastic and silicone, no oil needed. I just put it in the microwave and it vents itself and it's its own bowl. That's cool. Yeah, the one we had was the air popper. It stood up, and you put the kernels in, and I think you could, I don't think you put in any kind of butter or anything into the chamber. You could add butter afterwards if you wanted to. It might have actually had a place to heat butter in, where it would heat the butter too, so you could pour it on after, if I remember correctly. And this is, what size are those? They're about 3 millimeters. They're 2.7, 2.8 millimeters on the Moonstone Anna. Norma said, Lennis, a friend just gave me one of those for Christmas. I haven't tried it yet. Interesting. I've never even seen those. Never even seen those. Donna says, I had the air popper, but it had a place on the top that heated up the butter. Yeah, that's what I think. I think ours did too. It was kind of a cream and yellow, like, I think the body of it was cream colored, and the popper part was a transparent yellow top. We've sold one of those. Thank you so much. We've got one of those left at $12 only. WX13. How about we do... How about this? We have a little baggie made up of some of this vintage Chinese ceramic, and we'll do the whole lot for $8. You get these small rounds. So I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 on there, and they are about 8 millimeters. And then you get these 2 owls, these cute little owls. And it says, yes, and it had a metal chute which got really hot. I think our chute was the plastic. I think ours was plastic all the way at the top. I could be wrong. You can get these little owls, and these owls, super cute. They would look great with some lapis. They've got some of that gold and blue like lapis. 13.5 by about 16.5. And then you get these beads. I think we had these beads last night. These are the 2 fish beads. You get 4 of those, and they're about 14 by 25, we'll say. Donna says, I have those owls, made earrings with them. That's awesome. Norma said, those owls are adorable, aren't they? So for $8, you're getting this whole set, which I think is a good deal. WX13. One available. One set available. I think that's the last of those owls that we've got. I've not seen any more of those owls around. I looked for them too, as I was digging through the vintage Chinese ceramic, and I only saw them in this little kind of pre-made kit that we made. So if you like those owls, it's the last chance to get them. I don't think we have any more. WX13, $8 for the whole set. Oh, the things we talk about on these lives, right? You never know what we're going to get up to. Never, ever know. All right. We had these at 18. Let's go. Normally I would do 16. Let's do 15 on these. Let me see how many of these I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 strands available. Owls and popcorn, says Susan, right? Owls and popcorn. Lenna says, Norma, we love it. We buy corn from the Mennonite store and get the Badia Ranch seasoning from the grocery store. Check out these. These are a kind of a, I'm going to say a red coppery color. Talk about going well with shibuichi. Let me move this up so maybe you can see the color better. This would go beautifully with shibuichi. It would blend in really well. They're kind of that silvery red coppery color. And there are 6 strands here. Each strand is $15. Oh, I wish I had shibuichi to show you how well these would work. It'd be really pretty. And these pearls are approximately 8 millimeters by 4.5. 8 millimeters by 4.5. Oh, we sold WX13. Thank you so much. Somebody wanted those owls. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't turn off, computer. All right. Or raku would be cool with pearls, says Anna. Yes. I don't have any raku around here either right now. What's this? What are these? Oh, these are pretty. Pendants. Vintage Chinese ceramic pendants. WX15. Let's just make these $4 each. And there's 2 of them available. Those are super light. They're big for ceramic, but super light. Lettuce says those are pretty, would go well with the stick pearls I missed. I'm not bitter. You had time to get them, Lettuce. You had time to get them. You just wanted half though. You just wanted half though. We sold one of the WX14s. Thank you so much. Suzanne says bone would go with WX14. Yeah, it would. Yes, it would. These are, Lena says I blinked. Yeah, sometimes you can blink a lot and then sometimes you can't blink at all, right? These are 42.5, which in inches equates to just about 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 inches. And both of those have just sold. Thank you so much. Let's take them away. All right. WX16. All right. These were $8 each. Let's bring them down to $5 each. That was a hard one, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 of these. WX16 were $8 each. Let's just bring them on down to $5 each. This is Amazonite. These are big individual stones, which could be pendants. And if we sold them as pendants that way, they would be much more expensive. These are like $10 or $12, $14 pendants. So beautiful Amazonite. You don't get to pick. You can suggest what you'd like in the email if you'd like. If you want more blue or more gray, I can maybe do that for you. But WX16, beautiful Amazonite, large Amazonite pendants, 40 millimeters by about 27.5, which equates to about 1.5 inches by about 1 inch. 1.5 inches by about 1 inch. And they are drilled top to bottom lengthwise, so this way, like that. All of them. WX16. WX16. They're really pretty. Look at this one, I love. Many people probably wouldn't like that one because it barely has much of the Amazonite in it. It's mostly gray, but I just love that one. It's probably my favorite one. I can't remember if anybody got that Amazonite strand earlier. Anybody grab that one? What number was that? That was number 3. No, nobody got number 3. But look how pretty. So WX3 is this strand. Let's spiel ein Spiel. Let's play a game. Look at that. Look at that. That's practically a necklace already made for someone. WX3 is the long strand. WX16, let me mark this $5 each, make it more clear, is the Amazonite pendants. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Wait a second. Where are you going? Okay, that's the right spot. And then these go in this bag. And this is, see the smaller look just beautiful with the blue and gray pendants. Donna says the Amazonite is juicy. Yeah, it is. I said those would be like $12 pendants in the store probably. They're less than half price, I would say, at that price right now. They are old stock. WX17. Who knows? Maybe somebody will want these. This is a little grouping. I'll do the whole little group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do it for $3. And this is oh, the smaller look just beautiful with the blue and gray pendants, makes the blue pop. Yeah, that's what I like. Like some people might want that all matchy-matchy. I would like a grayer pendant with that smaller strand, so that it really did pop. And then you'd really see the blue in that pendant too. So these are tiny, tiny. Oh, that one's got the knot in it. I'll try and pull that out. Let's see if I can get that out. I might need tweezers for that. There it goes. All right. These are tiny vintage Chinese ceramic round or rondelles. They are about 8.5 millimeters by about 4.5. And if you got any of those blue and white vintage Chinese ceramic yesterday, you might like these. There are 12 of them available, $3. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, one stayed in the bag. One stayed in the bag. There it is. And that lot just sold. Thank you so much. WX18 coming at you. Let's see what we got. Okay, this was 15. I'm going to take it down to 10. Down to 10. Big citrine nugget pendant, faceted. Beautiful color on that. And it says those were great spacers. I love blue and white Chinese porcelain, right? WX18, $10 for this. And it says wowza, right? 15 is a cheap price for that. There is an inclusion in there, but that's considered in the price. Beautiful, beautiful. WX18. This is a big one. Donna says, wowzers, that is stunning, right? This is about 31 millimeters by about 28.5, which is about 1 1/8 by about 1 inch. No, 1 1/4 by about 1 inch. And it says it's gorgeous, and inclusion is what makes it interesting, right? Otherwise, it just looks like glass. It could be carved, it could be glass, but you know, because it's got the inclusion in there. I think it's beautiful, and it has sold. So thank you so much. Gone. Somebody did not take their time on that one, right? When you see something you like, especially when there's one, you gotta grab it. WX19. So it says 18 is beautiful, right? And it says, yay, please show us what you make. Yeah, I can't wait to see what somebody makes with that. All right. Okay. These are $10 each, and I can't go lower than $10 each. These are, I think they're called Edison pearls, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 of them available. These are those nice big Edison pearls. Big pearls, very similar in kind of color. Some are a little lighter, some are a little darker, but there are 9 of them available. They are $10 each. Let me make that clear to everybody, because I know people are like, those pearls, $10 each? But yeah, that's and I think that's inexpensive for these kind of pearls. And it says, I love citrine as an accent stone. Blue is my favorite color. Citrine just pops with it. Yes, it does. So these are nice big pearls, very nice quality. These are very expensive, generally by the strand. I don't know why they call them Edison, to be honest. I don't know if that's, I don't know. Andrew would know, of course. I don't know if it's somebody who created them or what they're, why they're called that, but they're named that when they're these big pearls. Donna says, Edison pearls are spendy, and that's a great price. Too bad I'm broke. I get it, but yes. This strand, we bought them by the strand, And it was not an inexpensive date, let's say that. But they are beautiful. 9 of them available. They're great to make earrings out of. You can charge quite a bit of money for Edison pearl earrings. Even if you're spending 20 on the pearls, you should be able to make your money. You should be able to double, at least probably triple, quadruple your money on that. They are beautiful. 9 of them available. 7 of them now available. Thank you so much. And said, I always thought the name was because they are a similar shape to Edison bulbs. Maybe I made that up in my head. Well, that's what I was thinking right away. I was like, maybe it's because they look like a bulb. But I don't know that they always do, for sure. I'm not sure. Anna said, I'll look it up. If you look it up, let us know. Andrew would know if he were here, I'm sure. What's next? Ooh. Sometimes I get really excited by stones. These were $122 a strand. I'm going to bring them down to let's do 75. Let's do around 75. And there are 2 strands available. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. These are already made into necklaces. Again, these are the necklaces that you'd probably want to restring if you can. It's not, you don't have to do it right away. These are actually done on I think on a silk. These might be beading wire, and they're actually done a little better than some of the other ones. But these are beautiful aquamarine. Great quality, fairly consistent color throughout the necklaces. There are 2 of them available. Really nice high-grade aquamarine. And they're on sterling silver. They were $122, bringing them down to $75 for y'all tonight. Again, trying to sell some of this stuff, make some money for more, bringing in more inventory, hopefully. Talk to our vendors, even though we won't be in Tucson. Hopefully we'll get to talk to some of them. These are stunning. I particularly like this one a little better because it has a little bit of variation in the aquamarine. You get some of this more green and some of the more blue stones in that. There's a little variation. This one, if you like things that are not very varied, this one definitely has more of just that kind of nice pale blue, similar color all around. Also the pebbles on this one's a little bit bigger, and the pebbles are a little bit more similar in size. This one has some different shapes to it. That's kind of what I like. I like when things are a little bit different, different color, different shapes. But if you choose, you can choose the one you want of these. Obviously, if you're spending $75 or normally $122, I'd let you choose which one you want. No problem. So 2 of those available. WX20, $75 only. Yeah, normally $122, which is, I think, a really good deal as it is. So grab them if you love aquamarine. Such a beautiful stone. I love aquamarine. And they're already in necklaces, so if you don't want to make anything, You don't have to make anything. You can just buy them and wear them just like they are. And they're sterling silver on the chain and lobster claw like the other ones. How about some smoky quartz? $3 each. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 5 of them left. 5 of them available. Oops. One moment. The wrong paper in there. Beautiful smoky quartz nuggets, sold individually, $3 a stone. 5 stones available. That one's got some inclusions in it more than the others, if you like that. They are 21, almost 22 by about 16 and a half. Beautiful stones. WX21. Susan said those are really nice smoky quartz beads. They are. They're very nice. This is all from the vintage stock. WX22. You want to see some other nice smoky quartz beads? How about those? How about those? We'll do those at $3 each as well. There's only 2 of them available. A little inclusion on that one in the top or bottom, but where you string it, you're not going to notice that probably. And these are faceted rondelles, faceted on the edge. And they are approximately 18 millimeters, WX22. Of the 21, we've sold 3 of them out of the 5, and we've still got 2 of these available. Thank you so much. Nobody's grabbed one of the aquamarines yet. I'm super surprised, but okay. Okay. I get it. It's all right. Can't get everything. As much as I want to, right? Ooh, okay. These were 32. Let's bring them down to, oh, I was going to do 28. Let's do 26. I feel like 28 is just not enough tonight. Let's do 26. Emerald colored dyed chalcedony. Beautiful green color with that glow of chalcedony. Look at that. On tassels, y'all. You know that means it's good, right? Joke about that. There are 2 of these available. Look at that color. Look at that glow. Dyed chalcedony. These are faceted briolette drops. They are approximately about 8 millimeters, probably 8 by 8. It's normally what, yeah, 8 by 8 millimeters. And it says, so pretty, easy earrings. You can make earrings all day with these 8.5-inch strands. They were 32, now 26. We've sold out of, oh no, yes, we sold out of 22. Thank you so much. Somebody grab both of those. So there they are, WX23. Look at them sparkling. They just sparkle away. Susan says, somebody buy that emerald chalcedony and save my budget. I don't know. Somebody got to buy both of them. Anybody going to help Susan save her budget? Do that for AG Bead fam, right? Look at that. Stunning. Just tease you with it a little more, and then they go back in the bag. They go back in the bag. Those are vintage, dyed Chalcedony, dyed in beautiful emerald color. Only $26 for the strands each. All right, WX24. Okay. What do I got in here left? Okay. These were 34. I'm going to drop this one strand left down to 28. And it says, I just want to wear them. I mean, okay, wait, before I show you this, I want to show you, talk about wearing them. Like, can you, like, make yourself a bracelet? Everybody think you come into money. You make a bracelet out of that, people think you've come into money suddenly. That'd be beautiful. I love how they sit together, but you could also space them out a little bit. Maybe using some copper. I think copper could be really pretty. Let's see. Copper with that. Be really pretty. Some copper spacers in there, or maybe some gold spacers in there. Look at that. Make yourself a bracelet. Mary Jane says, love them, right? Look at that. Look at that. Turn that into a bracelet. Super easy. And I just love how they like, some people, that would make some people insane that they didn't sit flat, but I kind of like that some of them pop up and it gives a good look. And this is great with copper, right? Look what I'm going to have coming up. Not next, but it's coming up tonight. Going to be some of these copper spacers. I think that could be really nice together, depending on how spacing worked out with those, but I think that could be interesting. Donna says, oh, I love that shape. They lay beautifully. I think so. Like, sometimes they fan up a little bit, but I like that because if that just laid flat always, I think it wouldn't be as interesting. I like that some of them pop up like fins. I think that would be super. That'd be a killer bracelet, actually. All right, moving again. See, you get me on the, you know I love green. You get me on the things I love. I just keep talking and talking and talking. Let's see here. We sold one of the WX9s again. Thank you so much. Ooh, okay, let's move these out of the way. WX24 was $34. Bringing it down to 28 for y'all. And this is LOL, we love green too, right? Are these beautiful pearls? Look at this color. Just look at it. Look at the colors in there. Vintage freshwater pearls. These are the Kishi pearls. Sorry, everybody, my internet blinked. Stunning color. Look at that. Oh, look at those colors in there. One strand of this available. These are a kind of lighter white color. Just so you know, I'm going to have a pair of these, or a strand of these that's cream, and they'll be coming up next. So let me just show them both to you actually while we're here, so you can see the difference. Now these ones are a little bit bigger, so the pricing on these is not, I mean, it's not much higher, but it's like $1 or $2 higher. These started out at 36, and I'll bring them down to 30 for you. So this is this strand that I showed you, and then this one are these ones, and they're a little bit more of that off-white beigey color, but they're also larger and more a little bit more wild. They're a little bit more wild shaped and fun, all different shapes on there. So there's one strand of those. So just to show you the colors together, I don't know if you can see on camera, but these ones are a little bit more like pinky orange, peachy, apricot-y. These ones are more white. And it says lots of colors in there, peachy, pinky colors, right? These are just so vibrant in their rainbows they got on them. Both of these strands have amazing color to them. And they would both also make very cool bracelets, I think. I like pearls. I didn't like pearls for a long time, and now I really like pearls. All right, so it's WX24. Donna says, I love Keishi pearls. Me too. Me too. They're very funky, and they're not, you know, you see people wearing the regular pearls, and they're great. I'm not going to diss the regular pearls, but when you get the Keishi pearls and you get fun shapes in those, you're going to have something different than everyone else. You can put together something different. Mary Jane says, same, William. I love those. They look like teeth. Yes, some of them do, right? They're very fun. Anna says, teeth. Yes. I know, right? And those are all vintage pearls. They weren't taken anytime recently. What do y'all want next? Oh, I didn't do the, I said I was going to do these. Let's do these. They're going to be, whoops. They're going to be like the other copper we did earlier today. They were $10 a strand, and I think there are only 3 of these strands available. Mary Jane says, LOL, Anna. Anna says, creepy fun, right? Surprisingly, though, nobody's grabbed either of those 2 strands. I thought for sure one of them would definitely sell. I thought for sure. But that's all right. Doesn't always happen the way I think, right? These are about 8.5-inch strands of these copper spacers, these faceted copper. They're originally faceted cubes, I think is what they were. Or they were cubes that have been faceted off. Really pretty copper spacers. $10 a strand, 3 strands available. They would go well with so many things tonight. I think they go great with some of those pearls, actually. Especially those peachy pearls, maybe. Let's take a look. Look at that. That adds some interest to that bracelet. You've made one of those. And it says, sometimes we have to think about what we need. LOL, I mean want, right? Sometimes you just got to do what you want. How about that, right? You just got to do what you want. Get what you want. Me, I need to sell beads. That's my business, right? That's what I do. But there are also beads that I just keep. a little stash. And this is called self-care. That's right. I was thinking about self-care today and how I'm trying to be a little bit more, take care of myself a little better since I have not been doing that. Okay, so these are generally really good sellers anytime we get them. I'm going to put these at $26. That's it. I'm not reducing that. I can't reduce that. I shouldn't even bring it that low. These are these pearls that have the little dimples. People love these. I think they're so cool. They're not dimples, actually. They're little dots. They've got the dots on them. And they're so cool. And we don't see these very often at all. Again, these are vintage. I don't know how these form like this, but we don't get many strands of these in. Mary Jane says, so cute, right? They're like little pearly meteorites or something. Anna says, the dots catch the light so well. They do. When I first saw these in the bag here, that we had them in, I thought they were faceted, but they're not. And I know we have people out there that collect these ones whenever we have them. I don't know if y'all have enough yet, but 26 for the strand. This is the last strand of these I think that we have. And they are so cool. So different. If you like different pearls, we've had a few very nice different pearls tonight. These are approximately 9.1 millimeters by about 5.8. And this is never enough beads, never enough. And not to mention, like I've been focusing on the dots, the bumps here, but these are 16-inch strand. But the color on these is, they're all different colors. From that apricot to the white to the peach to almost like a silvery gray or gold on those. Linda says those are really full of luster and are glowy in the light. Yes, they are. They've got the juice. Talking about corn kernels, right? Anybody hear from that kid lately? They've got the juice. Look at that. WX27, one strand only. Last strand of those. Let me check to make sure. I haven't checked my junk mail lately. Okay, good. Nobody's going to junk mail. I always worry about that, because when I don't check it often enough, inevitably there'll be people in the junk mail that I'm missing out on. All right. What do y'all want to see for the last few? You want gemstones? You want Chinese ceramic? What do you want? I have a few more pearls left, maybe. What do you think? How about these? WX28. I'll do this for $12 for this strand as well. And this is love when you get multiple colors in the strand of pearls. Me too. Me too. Susan says, how about more pearls or gemstones? Okay. How about these gemstones? I know some of you like the little stuff. This is little quartz kind of saucers, rondelles. I think they're more saucery than a rondelle. Beautiful quartz. $12 for the strand. Only one strand of those. So pretty. And that strand is, that is a 14 to 15 inch strand, 14 to 15 inches, 14 and a half or so. And they are approximately 3.5 millimeter to 4 millimeter. They do vary. 3.5 to 4 millimeter saucer shape, WX28. WX28. One strand of it. And it says more loose gems or beads. Let's see what I've got in here. WX29. Do I have more loose stuff in here? Lennis is voting metal, heavy or not. All right, let's do it. Here's some beautiful blue chalcedony. I'll do these for $2.50 each. I've got 4 of them available. Beautiful blue chalcedony, loose gemstones. 4 of them available at $2.50 each. Let me give you the size of, just grab this one. This looks like the middle size here. It's about 12.7 millimeters by about 16 and a half. Beautiful blue chalcedony, WX29. Oh, we sold 28. Thank you so much. And we've sold another of the 19, which was the Edison pearls. We've sold 2 more of those, so thank you so much. All right. And Lennis is saying metal. I only have one thing left that's metal tonight, and I wasn't sure if I was going to show it, but I will. WX30. These were 28. I'm going to bring them down to 24. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 of them available. WX30. These are gold vermeil toggles. Gold vermeil is gold plating over sterling silver. So these start out as sterling, and then there's gold plated on the sterling. So these are high quality, very nice toggle. If I don't think anybody got any of that green dyed emerald chalcedony, but these would go beautifully. I picked these out tonight because they would go well with a lot of the colors and a lot of those pearls tonight. So these are WX30, $24 each. They are not a cheap date, but if you want a high-end toggle for your work, gold vermeil is a great way to go. It's a great way to go. So there are 5 toggle sets here. They are $24 each, WX30. That, my friends, Lennis says swanky, right? That, my friends, is the show for tonight. Let me flip the camera around. Susan says, I admit the chalcedony is still tempting. It's still here. It's just waiting for someone. All right, let me flip this around. Come on. Hello again, everyone. Turn these lights out. All right. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun with you all, as always. These shows are not easy to put together. They take a lot of thought, kind of, and a lot of sorting and a lot of you know, when I do pricing on the fly like this, at least it's a little bit easier. But we're always considering like, what's the value? What can we sell them for? But I was driving home today thinking about, I was kind of rushing because I had things I was doing before and I was late at the cottage getting things together and I was rushing a little bit. And then I just started thinking like, I'm going to get to talk to my friends tonight. So stop rushing in your head, stop worrying about things, and just go hang out with your friends and have a good time. And that's really what this is for me. I love our lives. I love hanging out with all of you. Um, it's always great when people chat back. It's always a lot easier when they chat back with me. So I appreciate when all of you comment and share what's going on with all of you and your day and how things are going. But thank you for being friends. Thank you for hanging out with me and keeping me company while I'm just home alone with the cats this week. So I'm pretty much not talking to anyone all week long, other than my cats. And I appreciate this kind of friend time. So thank you so much. And again, there will be no live tomorrow because I will be at pottery class and I don't want to rush all around. So y'all have the night off from me tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Thursday. All right. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night and a great day tomorrow. And we'll see you back here on Thursday. Don't forget, keep up with Beat in the new year. I want to see your projects. All right, everyone. Have a great one. Bye now.